What's up guys, Brandon from BSG here, back with a short little video. I'm going to explain to you guys how we are streaming and our overlay system for our streams, as well as a few other little minor details. And today we are going to just go over that real quick, because I know a few people that I talk to on the regular actually want to know how we do a few things. So this is going to be specifically for them, or anybody who actually wants to know. So this is going to take care of a few things. We're going to take care of overlays, and we're going to take care of pop-up notifications using OBS only. We're not going to be using anything like XSplit, or we're using OBS because this is what we use, and we have zero problems with it, and it's just, we like it better than others. Okay, so first off, we're going to do an overlay. Now, as you can see on our overlay, you'll see it pop up on the screen over there. So you can see it at the top and the bottom. You have a short little overlay, just something that's pretty simple. You can easily get this without practically any problem. The only thing you're going to need to do is you can find it, if you can find something that's resource free, copyright, no copyright on it or anything like that. Just basically anything that somebody will allow you to use free of charge without having some sort of infraction on your videos or your Twitch channel for using it. All you have to do is make sure it's a not a JPEG, a PNG. So all you gotta make sure is that you have your outline itself, and make sure that it's got, you know, no background behind, you know, everything else. And then after that, you will go down here and you will create a new source, and this one will be an image. So I already have it here, so I'm not gonna obviously put another one on here, but what I'll do is it'll bring you to this menu here, but this will be blank. So all you gotta do is click browse, and then you just gotta find your image somewhere in here. So we have two overlays. We have one with just a regular one, just like you see in the background there, and we have one with our webcam. We don't really use this one too much because our webcam's kind of boo-boo, so we don't really like to mess with that one. So we just use our regular stream overlay. So you just click that and then click open, and then it should appear just like this. As long as it's a PNG, the background will be gray like this, so that's normal. You want it to be that way. And then you just hit OK, and then it should add it right in here for you to use. And then from this point forward, the overlay should always be on top, because if you noticed earlier, I had this display capture 2, which is capturing this particular monitor. I had it on top. See, when it has it on top, you can't see it, so that's why whenever the overlay is being made, you want to make sure it's PNG, so that way the background's see-through, so that way you can actually see behind the picture. So that's why it turns out to be what is known as an overlay. So that's how you do an overlay, and that's pretty freaking simple. It's so freaking easy. But now there's something that I want to actually go over pretty easily, and it's just gonna go ahead and get rid of my little thing there, because I accidentally turned. I didn't actually do this for the streaming tab we have. There we go, it should be back. And this one's going to be pretty easy too. For those who do not know what it is, we use something called StreamLabs, and what StreamLabs does is it actually has a little ticker that pops up every so often to let us know that we actually got something. It's a little alert box, and it'll alert us when we get a follow, a subscription, a donation, a host, or when somebody donates bits, which is the new Twitch currency. Now, we don't use bits because, personally, I don't feel like most people will do bits unless you're bigger, and we're not really that huge. But we do follows, subscriptions, and donations. Hosting we also don't do, because we only really care if our own friends host us, so people who are within BSG hosting the actual main BSG channel or anything like that. But I digress. Basically what that does is on OBS, if you can see our screen, and we are going to turn a few of these things on, like Twitch alerts. And what this does is it basically means that if you can see this little red square here, that's actually where the donation Twitch alert ticker, Twitch alerts basically will pop up. And using StreamLabs, it gives you a link and a method to actually edit a few things using images and a number of other things along with sounds, and it allows us to actually create a subscription notification while we're doing anything related to OBS. Now, I would like to keep one thing in mind, is that this particular thing does usually take 2 monitors for it to be comfortable. Now, if you have like a phone that has Twitch on it and you're like watching yourself play and you hear the thing go off, you can look down obviously and see it go off. But I feel like with this particular thing, it's a lot easier to have 2 monitors doing it because of OBS on one screen, making sure that you're live, and on top of that you're recording if you're doing both at the same time. And on top of that, it keeps everything in check when you're trying to do pretty much anything regarding your Twitch alerts. So you'll be able to keep up with everything without everything being maybe about a minute or 2 behind. But anyways, we're going to go back to the Twitch alerts. So whenever you set up Twitch alerts correctly, say I get a follow. Well, if I click the test follow button here on the StreamLabs website, and it didn't actually pop up because I'm an idiot and didn't put this back where it's supposed to be. There it goes. So now, whenever somebody follows us, we'll go ahead and click that again. And it's gonna, there we go. And it pops up a little animation, gives us a little sound notification, and picture of Tails being cool, and it tells us who it is that followed us. And it does that pretty much for every little deal, but there's a different image and you can choose a different sound and everything like that. Our subscription notification looks like this. Now you can change every aspect of this in StreamLabs, but it's something that you would personally want to do. If you want to be able to read it while it's here in OBS, then I would recommend adjusting for that. A lot of people can... I would recommend this really being a 2 to 3 monitor setup just because of this alone, because I feel like Twitch alerts, even here in OBS, unless you have this preview at full screen, it's really hard to see that. So, I mean, it's just a personal thing for me, but you can use it as, you could even use this as a 1 monitor setup if you really wanted to. But here's our donation setting. And this is the main reason why. Look how hard this is to read. And that's one of the more harder things. But in most games, like especially darker games, things like Dark Souls or even horror games, you know, if it's dark as ass, you know, you'll be able to read that. But it's like, you know, as an example, just on this OBS screen, that was pretty hard to read. Well, to set up StreamLabs, this is going to be a bit of a more gratuitous process, but I'll walk you guys through it just so you guys know how to do it. Okay, so this is our StreamLabs actual tab right now, and StreamLabs is pretty simple. It's actually exactly what it should be. Like whenever you open it, it gives you access to these tools, and you're able to use them to actually have them going during stream. So when those notifications pop up, your stream will see them, and that's the coolest part. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to I'm going to show you how to actually set this up. Now, I'm not going to click this because if I click this, people can steal my link, and I'm not going to do that. So, essentially, you're going to go to StreamLabs.com, and once you sign up for everything, you want to link your Twitch account to StreamLabs. That's the only way for this to work. Some people don't like that. Me personally, I don't know anybody who really doesn't use StreamLabs. I know many people, many other streamers use it. Even personal friends use it. So I would recommend this over pretty much anything else because I've actually heard of this one and I know people who use it. But that's besides the point. Once you link up with Twitch, you're gonna go to it'll automatically usually send you to your dashboard. Now we're gonna go ahead and skip that stuff for now because there's also some stuff on there that you probably don't want other people to see. So we're gonna go straight down to widgets. We're gonna go to alert box. Now from here, it should pull up just like this. It should pull up general settings, follow subs, you know, all that stuff, and you can test stuff. But we're gonna ignore that. What we're gonna do is you yourself are gonna click on show widget URL, and once that happens, it'll populate a little link right there, and it also, you know, it'll make sure you get all of this stuff in here too. So if you have all of this stuff edited, you want to make sure all of these boxes are checked too. So when you put this widget in OBS, whenever somebody gives you bits or hosts you, it will show up there if you're into that. We aren't, so this is irrelevant to us. But click on that, it'll give you a link. What do you do with that link? Well, that's a good question. So we're going to go ahead and put this back on my second monitor, and from here, you're going to want to do a simple step, and this is a URL widget setup. So what you do is you take that link and you go here to click plus, and you're going to go to a, let's see, where did it go? So that's kind of the source. It has been a long time since I've set this up. I apologize. Yes, so you're going to set up a browser source. You're going to create a new one. I already have one set, but you can also do this for chat, but it's a bit different, and I won't walk that one. So we're just going to select new browser source. So see, as it just popped up that weird OBS image in the top corner. So whenever you type in the widget URL, or obviously copy and paste it because you're not going to copy that, or you're not going to type in all that stuff. You're just going to delete that, copy in that, and keeping this intact is fine, I guess. Doesn't really matter either way. And then you just click OK. In my case, I'm going to click cancel because I already have it. And we're going to add. And now you should like name it something simple, like name it like Twitch alerts or something like that. Something where you can keep track of these things, because if you just keep them as a regular name and then just do what I do here where it says display capture 2, that's really hard to keep track of stuff. It's just annoying. But since we now have our Twitch alerts, it'll pop up as a empty box, so it'll appear just like this, but it'll probably be larger in the top left corner. So you're going to want to adjust that to your personal, desires, and then move it somewhere in the preview, because whenever you move it, now whenever it pops up on stream, it's going to be wherever you set it. So do testing, knock all the kinks out of it, so that way whenever you move it to where you want it to be, it'll be exactly where everybody likes to see it, you like to see it, and it's just out of the way, as well as in the way enough for you to see it. And that pretty much is everything when it comes to overlays as well as Twitch alert setups. If you like the video, share with people who might actually end up needing the help. If you thought it was a great video, drop a like on it, and if you would, check us out at Mr. Brightside Gaming here on YouTube and on Twitch. And if you want to say hi to us, come to Twitter at Mr. Brightside, capital USA. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.